What will happen at a workers' compensation hearing? Great question, because workers' compensation hearings are not like you see on TV. Workers' comp hearings are not, big 4-day trials all bunched into a week and then you wait for a verdict and you have a jury. It's not like that in Pennsylvania. There's no jury. It's just the judge who will ultimately decide your case. There's also a lot of little hearings that lead up to a final hearing, and then the judge takes all the evidence and decides the case with the attorney's written briefs. So a lot of times what will start the case will be a first hearing. And at that time, only the attorneys will go, and the judge will set a trial schedule for the attorneys. The moving party, who's typically the injured workers, has a certain amount of time, usually 90 days, to get their evidence done. So you take the testimony of the injured worker, testimony of their medical expert, and any other fact witness you may need. The employer then has an additional 90 days to present their case. So they then would take their fact witnesses, their medical depositions. At the end of that 120 days is when there would be a final hearing. So the judge would take all the evidence. The injured worker would testify before the judge so the judge could assess the injured worker and make a credibility determination. And then from there, following the receipt of all of the evidence and the close of the record, the judge then makes a decision by reviewing all the evidence, reading the legal briefs, and coming to a decision and issuing it. That could take another few months. Now, there could be delays. There could be speedy hurry up processes because certain issues are being figured out, so they're able to resolve them and move quicker. So it's not a set time for hearings, but it is quite a few little hearings that lead up to the final hearing, and then the judge decides the case. There's not a lot of oral argument like you see on TV. It's really done in written briefs and testimonies. So that's typically how a workers' compensation proceeding would go.